Okay, and we are back for the third and final episode I am recording today. Coincidentally, it is episode 3 of season 2 of Probably Shouldn't Be Recording This. My lovely podcast where I drive and I talk and, people listen sometimes. So the first one was kind of like a life update after a month off. The second one was very much sports focused. This third one's probably going to be the more controversial. I don't think it's controversial, but the world does. I will simply start by saying justice for Nolan Wells, the young man, college student down in Mississippi, I believe it was found hanging from a tree after spending the weekend with his white friends. And I'm not going to say too much because I haven't, the words young black man found hanging from a tree. I didn't really want to, I learned some of the particulars, but I don't know enough about this to talk extensively about it. What I will say is that black people don't hang themselves publicly. They don't hang themselves from trees. They were lynched. Nolan Wells was lynched. There was a younger gal in somewhere else, I can't remember. She was also found hanging from a tree. She was also a black woman. Black people don't hang themselves from trees in public spaces. All races and stuff commit suicide. But if you think a black person is going to hang themselves publicly from a fucking tree, you are outside of your mind. That's not something that happens. So I really hope he gets justice. I hope stuff comes out. I saw the medical examiner ruled it an accident. Bullshit. You don't get bumps and bruises and then hang yourself from a tree in public as a black person. I can confidently say that as a white person. Black people don't hang themselves from trees in public. And then there's that. And then there's also, I don't know if my fan base would even be aware of someone like Miss Rachel, but she's very well-known personality that mainly deals with, educating children. And, she's pro-Palestine. She's very much loudly proudly pro-Palestine and pro all of the issues that are affecting our country. And she sent out a tweet that said, "Black boys deserve to grow up." And that's not a controversial statement. That's a fact. But the fact that it's being misconstrued, I don't even know if it's misconstrued, but the fact that she said it and it's controversial is just the times we live in. Black men and women deserve, like the rest of us, to live long and full lives. And the fact that so many are getting cut short, whether it's by police brutality, whether it's by, lynching or whatever the case. It's just the state of this country for black and brown people. It makes me sick. They get targeted, and I just felt like I had to say something because it's like, I by no means will ever be complicit in being that kind of white person, being even associated to that. kind of behavior. Hell, I think at my job that I work at now, I'm the fucking diversity hire because I have asexual kids, and I'm a recovered addict, and I support trans rights, and I support human rights, and Black Lives Matter, and science is real. I think I'm their diversity hire. So, I don't know. That's just me. And that's not just me, but that's just what I'm feeling right now. And I really hope that justice is served for Nolan Wells, for the other young woman, and anybody else that has had this horrible kind of stuff happen. It's sickening. And then this is where I've often wondered this, and if you see oh my god, I can't even think of the name of the movie where it's Remember the 5th of November, that movie with the mask, and then that kind of sprawled into this anonymous hacking group called Anonymous. They would post videos wearing the same mask as that character in that movie that I can't think of right now. The joys of recording while you drive. Can't look stuff up. But yeah, that's gonna bring me to my final thing to talk about in these 3 podcasts. And honestly, guys, I would have recorded one very long podcast, but I had stuff to do. I got to run my errands still and all that. So I would have recorded one long podcast, but instead I'm going to break it up into 3 shorter podcasts. This one probably going to be the shortest. But how come there hasn't been like a hacker group, that we see in the movies? How come there hasn't been a hacker group that, takes on this oppressive regime that we're under right now and just releases everything, and people have no choice but to be held accountable? Granted, I know that everything's getting, like, the Epstein files were released, and nothing fucking happened to anybody that's in the United States. I don't know, it just kind of, I had that thought randomly. I was just like, why doesn't that happen in real life, where like these hackers attack the government and all this shit is released, and there's no choice but to hold people accountable, and people start getting arrested, people start getting impeached. That's my pie in the sky vision for this country, is that something like that happens. Because, midterm elections are coming up, and Donald Trump is trying everything he can to steal and rig the election. Just you watch. He's up to something. I know he is. He's always up to something. You guys remember that, like, week-long period where people thought he was dead and everybody was happy? Just imagine the celebrations that will happen once that news is announced. He is 80 years old. He is obese. There's no amount of exercise, there's no amount of healthy dieting that's going to save this man. And he's on some experimental medication that keeps his heart going. So, I mean, honestly, I really do think it's just a matter of time. I don't wish ill on anybody. I don't wish anybody to be dead. That's just, I can't bring myself to do that. But what I will say is I'm not going to cry when he passes away. I will not be sad. I will not try and see the positives. This man is the worst human in existence. Elon Musk is right below it. But those are the 2 worst people in the United States. I'm sure there are other awful people around the world. But just in my own little bubble of the United States, those 2 motherfuckers are the absolute worst. And that is going to do it. Like I said, this one might be the most controversial because I said black boys deserve to live, that black people and brown people deserve to live long and full lives, just like us, white people. Can't talk. I haven't spoken this much in a long time. So yeah, I'm fumbling my words and shit. But yeah, okay. You guys, it's so good to be back. I fucking missed you guys. Podcasts will be coming out every Friday. Sometimes probably Saturday, depending on how my weeks go, and I'll keep everybody updated on my job situation, working for a cult, and maybe getting a new job, and all that kind of fun shit. But it's good to be back. I will be editing and uploading these 3 to be released tomorrow. Wherever you guys go, make sure you go with love. Give my podcast a listen, and I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.